Youth and Students Wing of the All Progressives Congress (APC) says its presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu will ensure inclusive and fair governance to all Nigerians, irrespective of ethnicity, religious and political affiliations if elected into office. The Director General, APC Youth and Students Council, Ezenwa Onyirimba, made this known in Abuja during an advocacy visit to Connected Development Initiative.
So we believe and we know for sure that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a builder. And we've looked at what is going on in the country at the moment. We believe that with him in the affairs, affairs of this nation, that Nigeria will be greater than she is today. And on that note, we are here to see how we will synergize with you and your organization to push support in the youth community for Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2023.
The Deputy Director General of the APC Youth and Students Council, Tawhid Osigi, while acknowledging that Nigerian youth are more than half of the nation's population, also wants the youth to use their numerical strength to support Bola Ahmed Tinubu to become Nigeria's president.
Thank you very much for the brief and the precise talk about our leader Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I salute our host, the co-convener of Not Too Young to Run, the chairman of Connected Development, Ambassador Hamza Lawal. And I also need to bow in respect for people like Samson Itodo and Honorable Tony Ingulu and Senator Abdulaziz Iyako. Those are the founders, co-founders of Not Too Young to Run. We are here for that because we know you. Who are you in Not Too Young to Run? You are the co-convener. Yes, as well, you are the chairman of Connected Development. We know your impact, we know your influence, we know your leadership, we know your capacity, we know your charismatic nature before youth. For that, we are here for all this. Invariably, we are here because we are youth wing meeting the youth wing leader. You see, I want to say something about this Not Too Young to Run before I actually contribute to my DG's message to our chairman. By virtue of conceptual scope of Not Too Young to Run, we are part of it because the nomenclature name of our group is APC Youth and Student Council. It means it's constituted by youth, students, and when we say this, we are talking of undergraduate, graduating, youth corps. So we are under you. You are our leader. We are part of you. We are all part of Not Too Young to Run. Having said this, it means you are fighting for us. It means we are part of you. Then, it therefore means that we have a common platform to discuss, to reason together, and conscientize ourselves, resolve at a stand that can be of a potential benefit for us to actually, actualize our, or let me say, your conceived dream for youth. Of course, it is known virtually all over the world. I don't think any of the country of the world can say that they don't know about your organization for youth. So it's now very global. The very interesting and fascinating, and I also call it intimidating tag on ground now, we can say kudos to you and the co-founders I mentioned, and that is Not Too Young to Run. I said it is intimidating because in anything you want to do now, you may not call it politics, possibly it's in your house, democracy coming. And the young ones, the youth, are more in number, anyhow you turn it. In fact, an instance of Nigeria, currently as I'm talking to you, the record of youth is more than the half population of Nigeria. That is National Population Commission census record, supported by this last voters registration exercise by INEC. In fact, you can all hear the population and the voting strength going to student wing. You are in control of all, we know it. We are part of you. Having said this, we know the plight, what you have fought for. We are all happy now that from 25, 30, 35, you can run. That is a good one. But we need to involve certain sensible politics these days, this time around. Why I'm saying that is that we need to relax. We need to pause and check, study, research among these our political fathers, among these our, age-long politicians. Let's search. Who can we swim with? Who can we go along with so that we actually get what we want? And it does mean we need to seriously read in between the lines of their antecedents. No, when we are talking about people, we are talking about their characteristic. I don't think anybody will dispute the fact that Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not an achiever. Nobody can say that. Even his enemy will not say that. He's an achiever. He's a performer. He's charismatic. We need to, why I say we need to read in between the line is that the legendary characteristic of people, especially when we're talking about people around him, how it's impacting on youth, we actually don't have option than to go for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And even when you are talking about this not too young to run, we are all happy. Now we have a platform, we can run to Hamza, run to Samson, run to all of our leaders. The legality existence of it, the government that gave birth to it, it is an APC government. Who is the leader of APC? That is His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It there means it's an advocate of not too young to run. It's an advocate of youth. Is interested in us. It is obvious it is like that. Because I am aware he allowed all his lieutenants in the parliamentary, both in the lower and the upper chamber, to support the act. And here today we are happy. So we should appreciate him. When we are saying this man has paid his dues. He paid his dues to virtually every segment of life, to his local government, to his state, to the nation, to the party, sir, and to the young. We will be there to support you because we are part of you, but we also need you to come up with this idea of having a consensus candidate within the youth, help you to campaign, sell the news wherever we are, that this is our consensus candidate. And the best to go for the deal is His Excellency Bola Ahmed. In essence, this is why we embark in this sensitization project. Taking it to the youth apprentice around the communities, campuses, and all the student wing of the nation. We are not out for any other thing but for the betterment of the nation, of the old, for our kids, and we the youth. I don't think anybody will not agree with me with all abreast information that His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu have the interest of this nation. For that reason, I appeal. We are here to let you know, to let you see the reason with us how we can make this man as our consensus candidate. He's an advocate of youth. He's interested in us. When we are saying this man has paid his dues, he paid his dues to virtually every segment of life, to his local government, to his state, to the nation, to the party, sir, and to the young. We will be there to support you because we are part of you, but we also need you to come up with this idea of having a consensus candidate within the youth, help you to campaign, sell the news wherever we are that this is our consensus candidate. And the best to go for the deal is His Excellency Bola Ahmed.
Hamza Lawal, the chief executive of Connected Development, while responding to the visiting youth, want all presidential candidates to reserve at least 50% of all intended cabinet positions for the youth in the spirit of intergenerational equity.
In the spirit of intergenerational solidarity, what I will be looking at for this candidate, politically speaking, is what are their definition of youth? Because before now, we see 60-year-old being called youth. Say, what is your definition of youth? And what would your cabinet look like? Honestly speaking, I want a president whose cabinet looks like you and I, so that I can walk into a public office and engage with someone like me as a friend, who can relate like myself and who thinks like myself, because we are mobile upward, technology-driven generation. It would be fair that if we make over 50% of the eligible voters, then we should make at least 50% of the cabinet.
The group, while noting the present challenges facing the country, expressed confidence that the APC presidential candidate will address them if it takes over the helm of affairs in the nation.